Hi, friends. Happy Wind Down Wednesday. I'm so glad you're here with us this evening. Find someplace cozy to sit and we will get started. It's Valentine's Day. I had a blast celebrating Valentine's Day with all of you. I want to give a special shout out to all of the families who helped contribute to our really special day. Thank you for all the treats and planning fun games. I really appreciate all of the donations to our class so that we could create care packages for people in need in our community. The craft that was made for the grown-ups in our life was really special. Thank you so much for all of your time, effort, and love that you put into our wonderful celebration. This evening, we're going to be listening to a story that's connected to Valentine's Day. The story is titled The Valentine Express. It's by Nancy Elizabeth Wallace. Be mine. The Valentine Express. Written and illustrated by Nancy Elizabeth Wallace. You are too sweet to be forgotten. You hold the key to my heart. Roses are red, violets are blue. I like chocolate, and so do you. Hi. Oh my goodness. Normally, there is just one or two people that a book is dedicated to, but look at all of these names. With love from Nancy to the moms. Alexine and Berta, Sarah, Bob, Anna, and Sophia, Nancy, Tom, Olivia, and Colton, Linda, David, Matthew, Maya, and Michael, Donna, Jeff, Jordan, and Lindsay, Joe, Anna, and Gina, Dee, Joe, and Mia, Ginny, Tom, and Sky, Wyatt, Lisa, and Marlon, Amy, Eric, Mommy, and Tyler, Marjorie, Anahid, Deirdre, Virginia, and Adam, Doe, Judy, Kay, Leslie B, Leslie C, Lorraine, Mary Kelly, Nancy A, Bina, Kate D, Kate F, Lynn, Pat, Barbara, and always for Peter. This looks like our morning meeting. On February 14th, which is today, Mrs. Bloom asked, "Who is our calendar helper today?" "Me," said Minna. "It's Valentine's Day." She taped a paper heart over the 14. "Let's talk about Valentine's Day," said Mrs. Bloom. "Would anyone like to share?" "Valentine's Day is about love and friendship," said Minna. "And giving each other cards," added Tyrone. "And candy," said Lindsay. "My dad gave my mom flowers," said Vanessa. "It's about saying and doing nice things," said Miguel. "And everybody being everybody's friend." "Yes, it's a day to be extra thoughtful and caring," agreed Mrs. Bloom. That reminds me of all of the special items that we made for your family, including some Valentine's Day coupons. Some of you offered your family members your help with folding laundry or doing the dishes or setting the table. Love is shown through action. But how did celebrating Valentine's Day begin? She asked. So that's what their teacher is asking them. Nobody really knows. It may have started in ancient Rome. During a festival held in February, young men picked names from an urn in hopes of finding someone to marry. It may have started with someone named Valentine who lived long, long ago. There are several stories about Valentine. One story tells how he was kind to children and that he sent a note to a young friend and signed it, "From your Valentine." Or it may have started because in the old days, everyone thought the birds found their mates on February 14th. It may have started for all these reasons, but one thing we do know for sure, for hundreds of years, sweethearts have been sending each other notes and cards, gifts and flowers. Mrs. Bloom pointed to her heart. The heart and feelings go together. We say things like, "You're my sweetheart. My heart throbs for you." So what shape is a symbol of love? The class knew. "The heart!" they shouted. We created a special decoration for our classroom. They're pizza slices, and each of you wrote something or someone that has a pizza, your heart, and there's heart pepperonis on each slice. "And I'm sure you know who this is," said Mrs. Bloom. The class shouted out, "Cupid!" "Oh no, not more love stuff," groaned Dave. Mrs. Bloom smiled. Long, long ago, people also believed there really was a Cupid. If he shot a magic golden arrow into someone's heart, that person would fall in love. Hey, what is this? Today, Valentine's Day is celebrated in many countries around the world. Austria, giving flowers and baking special cookies is a way that it is celebrated. In Denmark, pressing snowdrops and giving them as a gift. In Italy, having a feast. In England, singing songs, giving fruit, sending unsigned cards like, "I love you, guess who?" Or "Be my Valentine, XOXO, guess who?" In Japan, they give chocolate candy. In the United States and Canada, giving candy, flowers, gifts, and sending cards is a way that we celebrate. Knock, knock, knock. Someone was at the classroom door. "Come in," called Mrs. Bloom. Who do you think it might be? What's your prediction? You could say, my prediction is. That reminds me of the predictions we made about what would happen to the candy hearts that we put into water and vinegar and soda today with our first grade classmates. What's your prediction? Who could be at the door? Vanessa's mom brought in 2 plates of heart-shaped cookies. Minna's dad brought in a pitcher of pink lemonade punch. And everyone gave everyone Valentines, just like we did. Have you looked through your Valentines yet? It was so thoughtful of your friends to think of you. And thank you for thinking of me also. I appreciate all of your kind words and drawings and items that you passed along to me. It filled my bucket. Thank you. Wow, look at all of these different messages. You can pause the video and read through them. After school, Minna and Pip walked home. Raise your hand if you also walk home. Touch your nose if you go to after-school club. Touch your head if you ride the bus. When they got to their street, Mrs. Wonder was hobbling toward them. "Happy Valentine's Day, Mrs. Wonder," they said. "Oh, is it today? Looks like your bags are filled with valentines." Minna answered, "I got one from every bunny in my class." "I got one from every bunny in my class, too," said Pip. "Did you get lots, Mrs. Wonder?" "I used to when I was young," she said. "Well, happy Valentine's Day." Ooh, it looks like she's using crutches to support her as she moves. She went into her house. Minna and Pip kept walking. "I wonder if grown-ups get valentines," said Minna. "What if Mrs. Wonder didn't get any?" Ooh, it sounds like they're listening with understanding and empathy, caring about how Mrs. Wonder might be feeling. "I wonder if Madame Doty got one, or Mr. and Mrs. Checker, or Big Stewart," they said together. "Let's make valentines for them." How thoughtful. We made valentines as a class for the helpers in our class. They're grown-ups who we appreciate. When they got home, they told Dad about their idea. "That's a very thoughtful thing to do," he said. "While you're creating valentines, I'll be in the kitchen cooking something special for supper and dessert. Don't peek." "We won't." Minna went and got her art box. It was filled with colored paper, a glue stick, and markers, scissors, and string, wooden craft sticks, tape, and a pencil. Tell someone at home how you decorated the heart that you included in the care bag that you made for someone at school. Did you use sparkly hearts? Did you use markers or crayons? I'm sure that your message to someone who needs those items will really fill up their bucket. Pip got his scissors. "Can you make a valentine, Pip?" asked Minna. "Hearts are hard to cut, Minna. Just do your best." Pip started cutting. Minna did too. She cut out one big paper heart and wrote on it. Then she cut it into puzzle pieces. How creative. Oh, I see. 2 sight words, or 2 trick words. Do you remember this one? My Valentine. "A puzzle for Mrs. Wonder," said Minna. She put all the puzzle pieces into a white envelope. "Ooh la la," said Minna. "I have a great idea for Madame Doty." She cut a large triangle. Then she cut 2 hearts for wings and cut a blue butterfly body. She pasted the butterfly into the triangle. Pip held the triangle while Minna taped it to a skinny stick. Oh, they're thinking interdependently. Do you remember what that habit of mind means? We think interdependently often. I noticed in class that you're doing a really great job working as a team to share our flexible seating options. Tell someone at home your favorite flexible seating option. we've started to use them. And we're also thinking interdependently as we make sure that our closet area stays clean. I wonder when we will fill up our Duffin jar with all those cotton balls. We get cotton balls for when our closet area looks nice and neat. Voila! A flag for Madame Doty, said Minna. Mr. and Mrs. Checker love playing games. Instead of tic-tac-toe, said Minna, giggling, I will make them tic-tac-heart. Minna took a piece of pink paper and a piece of purple paper. She folded the pink paper in half and then in half again. She cut out 4 pink hearts, then 4 more pink hearts. Hey, that's a doubles fact. What is 4 plus 4? 8. She did the same thing with the purple paper. Next, she measured a square and cut it out. Oh, next, it's a transition word. It helps us put steps in order. Here's another transition word. Then she took some more purple and pink paper and cut out 4 skinny strips to fit the square. Ooh, that strip of paper is reminding me of the strip of paper we put in between the 2 hands that you cut out. And you made a gift for your grown-up. Did you give it to them yet? Pip helped hold the paper strips straight while Minna glued them in place. Maybe you could make this. What a fun game. Mr. and Mrs. Checker are going to love playing this game, said Minna. She put 5 pink hearts and 5 purple hearts and the square into a big envelope. What is 5 plus 5? It's another doubles fact. Blow into your hand. Let it go. 10. Now, said Minna, time to deliver. Puzzle for Mrs. Wonder, flag for Madame Doty, tic-tac-toe, heart, for Mr. and Mrs. Checker, and for Big Stuart. Pip held something in his hand behind his back. These are not good hearts, Minna. Can I see? Minna asked. Pip put some of his hearts on the table and stuffed the rest into his pockets. Oh, it sounds like he's feeling embarrassed. Have you ever felt that way? I can understand that feeling. I think that's how he might be feeling, even though he tried his best. Let's see what happens next. They are my practice hearts. Minna thought for a minute. That's okay, Pip. You were busy helping me. Do you have an idea, Minna? He asked. I'm thinking, she said. You have extra hearts, Minna, said Pip. We can make a mobile, she shouted. Oh, do you know what a mobile is? Do you see a picture of it on the page here? This is what a mobile is. Minna got 2 craft sticks and string from her art box. How creative. They're creating, imagining, and innovating another habit of mind. Holding the sticks in an X, she wound string around and around the middle. Next, she cut 4 pieces of string the same length. She and Pip taped 2 purple hearts and 2 pink hearts to the strings. Then Minna tied the strings to the ends of the sticks. Oh, they really are using great teamwork. Now they had a mobile for Big Stuart. We better carry this Valentine, said Minna, so it doesn't get all tangled. Oh, I really love how Minna is patient with Pip. Who is someone in your life that you're patient with. They loaded Pip's wagon. "We're the Valentine Express," said Minna, delivering valentines to Mrs. Wonder and Madame Doty and Mr. and Mrs. Checker and Big Stewart. "Have fun," said Dad, "but hurry along. It's getting close to supper time." "Happy Valentine's Day, Mrs. Wonder. A heart-shaped puzzle for you." "Oh, how clever, how nice. Thank you, Minna and Pip." At the next house, Pip buzzed the buzzer. Madame Doty opened the door, and he handed her the flag. "Happy Valentine's Day." "Happy Valentine's Day to you." Madame Doty waved her flag. "Merci." She's a ballet teacher. It says ballet school. Minna clanged the bell at the third house. "Well, look who's here," said Mr. Checker. Minna said, "Valentine Express, delivering a game for you." "And a pretty mobile for the missus," said Mr. Checker. "Ooh," said Mrs. Checker, "I will hang it in the kitchen. You are filling our home with hearts and love." And I think their bucket is being filled too. "Thank you, sweet neighbors." "But," started Pip. Minna grabbed Pip's hand. "But we'd better be going." At the end of Checker's path, the Valentine Express stopped. Minna sighed. Everyone take a deep breath in. Let it out. That's a sigh. Mrs. Checker loved our mobile, but now we don't have a Valentine for Big Stewart. So they gave the Valentine that was going to be for Big Stewart to Mrs. Checker, right? But it wasn't meant for Mrs. Checker. Let's read on to see how this problem is solved. "What will we do, Minna?" asked Pip. "I'm thinking," said Minna. Everyone, take a moment and think. "Do you have an idea, Minna?" Pip asked. "I'm thinking," she answered. Then she said, "If only we had your hearts, Pip." "Ooh, do you remember where Pip put those hearts? The ones that he wasn't feeling so happy with." "They are in my pocket, Minna," he said. "They are? Good," she said. "Now we need to find a big twig." Ooh, they're really thinking flexibly. They're coming up with a plan. Another plan. Pip found one near a tree. He brought it over to Minna. Minna gently pushed Pip's heart onto the small branch. "Wow," said Pip. "I like it." The Valentine Express was making deliveries again. Ding, ding, dong. "What do we have here?" asked Big Stewart. "Come in, Minna and Pip. What a creative Valentine." Big Stewart put his Valentine in a vase on the mantel. "It's perfect," he said. "It's the art of friendship." The Minna and Pip and the Valentine Express headed home. Happy Valentine's Day. I love that the art of friendship is seen every day in our classroom. I'm so proud of all of you for filling each other's buckets and making safe, respectful, and responsible choices while interacting with each other and with the grown-ups at school. I hope you have a great Valentine's Day night, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.